And we're live.
Yo.
Episode 34.
34?
34.
I thought it was 34 last week. Oh.
It's 33.
It was 33 last week. All right. Episodio 34.
You got me second guessing now. Let me look.
Nah, no.
It is 34.
Episode 34, man.
Yeah,
It's 34.
Yeah. 34.
The Watchers Podcast. WATCHERZ Podcast. Spotify. Apple Podcasts. YouTube. Follow us on Instagram.
Everywhere.
I'm Tavon. Also, Tri-State _tip. Just want to make that clear because apparently there's another one, but he got a period or something. But either way.
Man, we own this name, damn it.
That's where you can find me.
Oh, guess it's me. You already know. Tiger Helly 19 on the snaps and the IGs. The government, Jason Williams on the Facebook. And, follow the stripes.
The Damaging on Instagram. And Julian Smith on Facebook.
And it's Corey J on Instagram.
All right, fellas. Another weekend. Another failed NBA playoff run. Well, a couple, actually. I think when we last left here, there was 2 teams still. 3 teams. No, was it 4? Or did one by? Either way, I know Suns were still trying to stay alive.
Bucks were already out.
Yeah, but sorry. The Warriors were still trying to stay alive. And Celtics and Sixers were trying to determine who was going to move to the next round.
I'm
so since then
right now,
we got a clearer playoff picture for the conference finals as of today. Warriors took that L. Lakers moving on.
Friday night, yeah.
Yep.
I'm sad.
We can talk about, if y'all want to. If y'all want to go in about what teams need to do, I think we kind of need to a little bit.
You got to talk about that.
All right. What game was first? Warriors was the first one?
Yeah.
Friday.
Okay, so let's
No,
go.
Suns.
The Suns got knocked out Saturday.
No, Suns got knocked out Thursday.
Oh, yeah,
Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, they did? Okay, so let's start with the Suns.
The sun set on Thursday night.
Oh, boy. And I, like I said before, I want CP3 to get a chance to win one again. I want Devin Booker to get one in his career. I like Monty Williams. But I can see Denver was the better team. Suns offense was strictly just give Booker or Durant the ball and everybody else move out the way. Yeah. They had no real offensive game plan. And for countless of times, DeAndre Ayton had to been taken out the game because of lack of effort, what I'm going to call it.
He was getting cooked by Jokic, too, man.
I'm gonna call it lack of effort.
Yeah.
And they got smoked. It's 2 years in a row at home in elimination games, 30 points at the half. It's inexcusable. And since then, Monty Williams has been let go. I like Monty Williams. A lot of players in the league apparently like Monty Williams. He definitely was a part of that change in that culture with the Suns. Somebody had to take the blame. I get it.
Wrong person.
Mm-hmm.
But they obviously have changes that they got to make in this offseason. It's a lot of money tied up in those top 4.
Wow.
Being Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, DeAndre Ayton. And I'm not the only one seeing it because I'm looking at Stephen A. Smith. I'm looking at Kevin Garnett. And countless people online are calling out DeAndre Ayton's efforts.
Yeah, it was.
For the amount of money he's making and the what he put up in that playoff series was horrible.
I've been telling y'all from the beginning, he did not want to be there to begin with.
I think they got to move him. But also Monty Williams is no longer there. And a lot of what I was reading was saying it was between Monty Williams and DeAndre Ayton. I don't think there's trust amongst that team to begin with. A lot of those role players, if they had role players, aren't going to be there next year. There were a lot of them on the end of their contracts. So I don't know what they're going to fill up that roster with. Hopefully, if they can move Ayton, I'm hoping they can get, some suitable pieces with that money to replace it, but it ain't looking too good with what they got right now. Chris Paul's aging. He can't play a playoff run at all. He's not expected to be at the end of a playoff run. So
he's best suit coming off the bench for somebody at this.
They're gonna have to package Chris Paul. They gave up a lot of picks for Durant, so I don't know what else they can give. They got to be Chris Ayton. Got to be DeAndre Ayton to get up something less in return. But hopefully, you get multiple pieces for it. That's my guess.
Well, ain't there a couple free agents that's floating out there? That's some role players this year that they can fill out.
I gotta look and see who's coming up free. But at this moment, I can't tell you
because they in the world of you know what right now.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. That new owner. From also reports is that he's been kind of running the team since he bought it, and he's the one that facilitated the KD trade. He's the one that said, "Go ahead and do it. I want it done," and he's also the one that said we got to let go of Monty Williams.
Well, that's kind of expected. I mean, he's a new owner, and he's probably going to want to bring in his own people.
And that's what the justification is, that he wants his own regime, not inherited from previous owner, right?
That was a mess even before.
Yeah, but I don't know how much better you get than Monty Williams. You may get you might get what's the Bucks coach? Budenholzer. Toronto, I think, let go of their coach. Did Toronto let go of their coach? Nick Nurse.
And they said Tyronn Lue's next, supposedly.
So you may get one of them too, but those are the only real. Or if Tyronn Lue, I doubt it.
Where's he at?
Lakers. Clippers are. Right now. I doubt he's leaving.
Clippers ain't letting him go.
Yeah, they not letting him go. So really, it's only them two
on the block.
Who? Nobody went Doc Rivers. Man. Don't even say that.
Rivers about to be on the block.
Doc Rivers about to be announcing table.
Yep. As of this show, I mean, it wouldn't be surprising me tomorrow if Doc Rivers is getting his slip.
So I don't really know where to go with the Suns right now. I personally think they do need to part ways with DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
And then figure it out from there.
I have been telling y'all that from the get-go. That man was not motivated all year. Him and Monty Williams didn't even get along last year, and then he basically said that they didn't even speak at all. And then I guess he has signed. Didn't he sign with the Pacers?
Yeah, and then they matched.
And they matched the offer. So that right there lets
I think the hope was
he got his money. And
I think the hope is that they'll move him when he was eligible to be traded. At least they get something for nothing. Instead of nothing. And I think that's why they matched it. It was like, all right, worst case scenario, we'll just trade him when he becomes tradable and get something for him at least.
Should have just signed a trade with Pacers.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could have got like Buddy Hield
and a couple other guys.
Probably like one of their little young pieces over
there. Yeah.
But now they stuck on stupid right now.
Which moves us on to Friday night's game, correct? Warriors, Lakers.
Yeah.
Warriors got smoked. All right, we're just gonna call it space. But they didn't get Sixers smoked, or they didn't get Suns smoked, but they got smoked.
Yeah, the one games made me feel a little. I was like, damn, at least we was in it at some point.
I'm gonna cry on this Sixers thing in a minute.
But I will say. It was a one-man show for the Warriors.
I was going to ask y'all, you watched the Suns series.
I
was telling a lot of people, KD took about a step or two back.
He did.
Yeah.
He's not the same KD.
He had the hard work for them. Remember, before he could stand there and get 25 minutes.
Yeah, he would do that little double heam and then pull up, and he would make it. This one, he was breaking. He was going for like 4 for 15.
And it's like his shot ain't even the same.
It ain't dropping like it used to.
Yeah.
And then Booker's problem, like I was telling everybody, I was like, he be doing this too much.
Yeah.
And then when he on, it works. But as soon as he start getting off and people start getting under his skin, he want to fight everybody. Light skin.
Beige
rage. My boy was looking good, though. When it was on, he was looking good.
But then it's just like the same look Luka gave him. Luka was like, okay, you talking trash while you up big. We gonna see what you do the next couple of games.
He didn't even go to the presser afterwards.
No, he was.
He walked right out.
Yeah, my boy going back.
But them 4 games he went off, And he was efficient. That one game, he only missed 4 shots.
Yeah.
He was like 20 for 24, 20 for 25. I was like, God, he had 40 something. I'm like, gee. He took his first free throws at like the last 2 minutes of the game. At 40 with 2 free throw shots.
Yeah.
But yeah, they need help, and they need a team. They need a team more than 2 superstars.
Are we
That 2 superstar thing.
Are we back on the Suns right now?
No, I just went back.
I was just making sure.
KD and stuff. I just wanted to ask because everybody asked. They said this.
He's not the same KD.
Yeah.
He's not the same KD.
Because like that mid-range jumper and that near the perimeter jump where he just pull up and shoot over top of you.
It wasn't even that. Like Bruce Bowen was clamping him.
Like he don't got no explosiveness no more.
Yeah, he would try to come up for the shot. Bruce Bowen be right on his ass. Wouldn't even let him get up.
He couldn't wait to get to Cancun and start surfing. He could not wait to start surfing in Cancun.
But yeah, let's move on. Warriors, okay? Yeah. That's your team. But I will say, for a franchise, they had a great run. Their first early exit in the playoffs 2014? Since 2014. Yeah. That's a good run. I can't be mad at that. If I'm a Warriors fan, I can't be mad at that.
I don't think they done though. They
not. However, I will say
they gotta get rid of Jordan.
I will say before that.
Oh yeah, it's definitely got.
Klay Thompson is also not 2016 Klay Thompson.
Yeah. No, I'm upset with the memes. They had the memes talking about Game 6 Klay Thompson.
They got the fake Klay Thompson.
All
right, okay.
This is what.
I don't mean to cut you off.
Oh, my God.
Are we on? Do they move him?
No.
Klay.
Hit what Cap was about to say.
So this is my thing. I was telling a lot of people. You put Klay Thompson in that Ginobili role. Let him come off the bench, get starter minutes. Remember how they used Ginobili? They would let him rest, and then they'll play him like. Well, James Harden did the same thing for the Thunder,
like with the closing unit.
Yeah, let him play starter minutes off the bench.
Yeah,
like to me, because you can't. Because I never when I seen LeBron go like this and let him sit in the corner and shoot, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I ain't never seen, because normally that's the last person you want to leave in a corner.
And I don't think it's mental with him. I think something mechanically has changed with his shot.
But he shot. They said he shot his best 3-point percentage this year, over 42%.
It didn't look right. In some of the games early on, I remember it.
He didn't hit him.
He has the confidence to shoot it, but it's something that's off. It's going a little too much, or it's a little too short.
He used it all game 3, man.
Maybe
he was hitting game 3.
Maybe, but I remember that 2016 Klay where
the Thunder what
he was unconscious. He was unconscious that whole series.
Roberson was out there just fighting for his life.
Y'all think all these injuries he had just start really like catching up to him?
Of course, I think somewhere he is trying to compensate something in his mechanics. Based off of those 2 injuries, it's an Achilles and a knee. Those are one of it throws your mechanics off, and just everything which is shot starts from the ground all the way through, and it's definitely I think affected him in some capacity.
And another reason why I think the Klay going to the bench will work because once they went to the second unit, they have nobody you can count on to score.
So that's
why I would move Poole to starting shoot guard.
I think I got to get rid of Poole now.
He got to go.
The management already said that they not letting him go. They want him. To me, they shouldn't. Like, they got to start some of them young kids and get fresh legs in there. Like, they was funny. They tried to say the Lakers were old. The Warriors were like the old team compared to the Lakers.
And when they said that they was having them starting small,
it's a difference. To me, it's a difference with the Lakers, right? The Lakers hired a bunch of mercenaries to me at the trade deadline. People who they looked at and was like, except for Lonnie Walker, he came through and surprised them.
Yeah,
Lonnie Walker saved what was that game 5? Four. They did that. That was a surprise. They should have lost game 4. That was a surprise, like a luck. What's the word I'm looking for? A draw to luck, whatever for the Lakers. Luck of the draw for the Lakers. That he ended up coming off the bench that game and doing as good as he did. And now they realize, we do got another potential scoring threat on our team. Outside of that, Lakers played you know what I hate about Lakers? Their goddamn free throws. They get so many. All right, let me tell y'all some stats real quick. What was that, 7? Game 6. It was game 6, right?
Yeah, we didn't make it to 7.
Let me tell you something real quick. The Warriors shot, I believe, 14 free throws, 14 or 17 free throws. I can't remember. How many you think the Lakers shot?
Probably 40 something.
A little more than that, I think.
42.
I got something to combat that though.
42 free throws. They shot 42 free throws. Both teams made the same amount of field goals. Both teams made the same amount of three-pointers. The difference in the game was the amount of free throws the Lakers made versus the amount of free throws the Warriors made.
What's the Warriors though? They're 3-point shooting.
I get it.
The Lakers put them in the paint.
I get it.
Everybody told them put them in the paint.
And so now I think that's what the Warriors need to address.
They should never let go of Wiseman. I've been saying that
They need length.
They should have kept him.
They should have developed him.
That's what I'm just saying. Yeah,
They need
gave up
length,
on him too fast.
and they need a consistent scorer, even if it's somebody who, you don't expect to put up 30 points a game. But if it's somebody that I'm confident, if I can give him 4 or 5 good looks from the corner, he's going to make 2 or 3 of them at least.
You mean a consistent score outside of Steph?
Correct.
What about Wiggins?
Steph could not do it by himself.
Wiggins
can score, but I also think he was a little compromised. Something happened with him,
No, he messed his
Rib.
rib.
Yeah, he had a rib
and
injury.
he wasn't good that last game.
He had a cracked rib
Yeah, he wasn't good that
on his
last game.
non-shooting side.
And I'm glad he played. That was more than what I could say
Yeah.
about DeAndre
Yeah,
Ayton.
he-
DeAndre Ayton said, "I got a hair in my eye,"
I like-
and it was like I got
Or
to sit
Anthony Davis with
I
a
like-
fractured eyebrow.
I did like Wiggs. Wiggs was more aggressive too. Like this series,
But-
like him driving and him
Yes.
shooting.
I,
being more
at
aggressive.
least he didn't sell out on his team. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
And he was compromised. I get it. If they can make some decent adjustments, I don't know how I feel about Jordan Poole. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
He got his money. He got his money to take Ice
I
Spice
don't know
out.
how I feel about him.
He gotta
for
go.
sure.
I think and part of
I'm not getting rid of young talent, man.
so the part of me about NBA,
Just
I look
bring
at
off
players' salaries. If I'm pay you a certain amount of money for this moment and you don't deliver, then I'm reading you differently going forward. When I look at say Ayton, right? Ayton, I don't know when it comes into centers, but he's one of the top paid centers off that last contract he got. I'm expecting him to play top center money. Now that he has not produced that, I can't justify paying you that money. I can't even justify you starting at the moment. Let alone eating up the salary cap like I got you. When I look at Jordan Poole, yeah, you had flashy moments. You were doing decent last year, but I paid you this money in this moment.
It's an investment, though.
And that's what I feel. And I feel like I'm not getting a return on my investment.
It's an investment. Like, to me, you don't really think what Draymond did affected that shit? Be honest, bro.
It probably did, but
because last year he saved the Warriors.
That was last year.
Multiple times.
That was last year when he got hit.
Now he got his money. He ain't really want to.
He got paid.
That was in training camp, and then he got paid after it.
Yes, and now he's a no-show.
I feel like there's certain athletes that they're better when they broke. Not broke. They're never gonna be broke. But a lot of them, when they trying to get the money,
They hustle
are better
when there's
after
money on the line.
But
after the money's not on the line,
They-
they regress. It happened time and time again.
He got complacent pretty much.
DeAndre Ayton, when his contract was up, the year before his renewal, he started trying to play. He was a 2010 in the regular season
Until he ran into Giannis.
until he ran into Giannis.
See, my problem
After he got paid,
And got
he's a no-show now.
He was letting Luka out rebound him.
Luka, I seen it. We all seen the videos this year. He was not hustling at all. There's no way Jokic is sprinting up the floor and beating you up the floor. And I ain't gonna bring race into it, but Jokic is not in shape. He's not athletic like DeAndre Ayton is.
No.
There's no way you letting this man run up and down
He
you,
let Kingpin
cook you for 40, 50,
He let Kingpin out rebound him.
and out rebound you.
Paul.
In every category, he outdid Ayton.
Yeah, he
So-
cooked Aiden, man.
I can't. That's not an investment to me. That's me burning money. And so I'm looking at Poole, and I don't know if this is the outlier series or what. But how did he do in that King series? Was he good? I can't remember.
he was
He had like
efficient.
I think he was like 13, 14 points a game. He was good.
he had some moment. See, my thing with Poole, I felt like last year
They put it all on him last
he
year.
looked more mature last year than he did this year. Because this year, like, that playoffs, like...
Is it the girls in the crowd messing with him?
No, because last year when he had the chicks in the crowd, he would look at him and they showed every game he snapped. I was like, well, maybe that's what it is.
He spent a lot of money on Ice Spice. But
He a munch.
But, but this year...
You see Caroline calling him a munch?
Yeah, I saw that.
Go ahead, Jason.
But yeah, like I was getting nervous every time I'd see him bring the ball up the court, just because he had the tendency to drive, but then end up in a spot where he had like he couldn't kick it out. He had the baseline. You trying to do something on the fly, you don't got nobody to pass it to. He just started making dumb mistakes, and I felt like he looked a lot more seasoned last playoffs than he did this year. But I guess the truth gonna be told next year.
Yeah,
for sure.
So, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I just feel like last year was like, you remember Curry was hurt, Clay was really like coming back. It was more like Steve Kerr was like, look, it's on you. You gonna keep playing. Like I guess he felt comfortable. He knew he wasn't gonna get taken out. Now he looked too nervous for me.
And so they paid him as if you're part of our future.
Basically Clay's replacement.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they feel that way today. Unless they
gotta shake the team up there. I'm being honest.
They do.
Something got to change. I don't know. And you know what else I didn't like?
I already know it's coming.
Draymond.
He said Draymond looked too happy.
Was too cheery at the end of this game.
Yeah, he out.
Laughing, ha ha ha, hugging LeBron.
Remember, he wanted
smiling.
to go. Well, he wanted to go watch LeBron's.
He wanted to go see LeBron's game where he beat the points record.
Yeah.
And it's too much fanboying right now. I don't want that on my team. I'm looking at Steph's body language. Steph mean-mugging Jordan Poole.
Yeah, that
he didn't smile.
That was funny.
Bro, Steph was pissed off.
Steph didn't smile.
But we can't blame Jordan Poole.
I'm not saying it's all Jordan.
He's not the problem.
Clay deserves some heat, man.
Yes. And I'm not saying it's all Jordan Poole. I'm saying how can they fix it?
But like,
And
I really believe if you put him on the bench, it'd be better for Clay. Let him be the Ginobili role. And then you let Wiggins play power forward. And you go get you a big. And you gotta get younger. You gotta let them kids play. Like Kuminga, I keep telling them, he can play.
And Kuminga's a crowd favorite.
Yeah,
they like Kuminga.
Kuminga can jump out.
Is he good on defense?
Yeah, that's what he's known for. He was number one high school player in his class.
They were already talking about. He was saying that he wanted more minutes.
I think next year is gonna be his. They're gonna finally
let him go.
To me, if they smart, if Draymond either opt out or they just tell him, look, you opt in, we're gonna trade you.
Yeah.
And go get you another piece.
Yeah, I think it's it might be
I
time.
think he's going.
I think it might be time.
And I like Draymond. Don't get me wrong. I like what he brings to that team, especially with Clay and Steph when they're playing traditional Clay and Steph.
I be feeling like he be costing them sometimes. Like
do.
when he be doing the happy get attacked, I'm like, yo.
He do.
Like the game against the Kings. Remember they were up and he did that and they lost.
He does cost game. And he might have cost them a championship that
when
year,
he
right?
kicked LeBron.
And you might be right. It may be time to move him. I personally did not agree. I just don't like if we lost to a team, and I know how Steph probably is, where Steph wants to be in that same vein as one of the greats.
Should be.
Right? And this was one of his moments to be like, hey, I got 5 rings. Yeah. LeBron still got 4, right?
Right.
And the way he kept them in the got them past Sacramento, the way he was pretty much the scoring factor in this whole series, to look at the rest of the team like, you motherfuckers, now they gonna say I ain't the one because I had no help.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, the other team got people that was from G League, people, Austin Reeves, people they ain't never heard of, step up. Felt like the whole Lakers team stepped up. It was knocking down shots when they needed to. So I'm looking at Steph Curry, and I know he going over to management talking about, y'all got to do something because I ain't gonna be dealing with this shit.
Steph definitely was.
His vibe was different.
Steph definitely,
and I appreciate
did that shit himself this year.
Yeah,
that was him.
But I appreciate him not being happy go lucky. And the Draymond, when I watched the end of that game, and they kept showing,
see that.
and they were showing LeBron, everybody walking around. Steph wasn't even looking at people really when he was shaking their hand.
He was not.
Draymond dapped up, hugging LeBron and talking and smiling, and that was like, what the fuck is you doing, bro? Who team are you on? Why are you happy? You should be pissed off just as I am. We went through all this shit from the beginning of the season, starting with Draymond punching the motherfucker before the season started. And now you here smiling? If I was, and I don't want to say trade him, but they got to have a conversation about Draymond. Like, yo, you either committed to here 100%.
Or you out the door.
Or because he did have the one game where he put up like 20. I respect that. And I respect his role. But
no triple single.
Just for me, if I'm Steph, we can't have that. You got to be 100% locked in because these motherfuckers not playing.
I like Draymond too. I like him, but like Cap said, like I feel like
he's his own detriment.
He'll cost you to get, because with me it's when he starts, like, he'll get a foul and then he starts yapping at the refs, and you can already tell they try to, they
give him leeway. They give him leeway.
But then he'll keep going. And I'll be at home like, yo, Draymond, shut up.
They give him leeway.
Like, move on. Come on. And it's been times I done watched, we'll be up by 4. Draymond get the foul, but then he get the tech, or he get the foul, and then he get a flagrant, and then they shooting, and all of a sudden they amass 4 points on one play. Yeah. And then it's just like, But even then, when you have Draymond and Looney on the floor together, it's really only 3 shooting threats.
And I like Looney too.
And I like Looney. Looney, but you can only have one of them at the
Looney's perfect. Come off the bench.
He is. I think he got to come off the bench.
I swear,
if they have to worry about bigs in the West being Jokic and AD, they have to get bigger. And it's unfortunate that Jokic and AD are both on the West, but they have to worry about that.
I'd be okay with Draymond leaving.
Because look who Lakers struggled against. They struggled against Minnesota, and Minnesota got 2 bigs, and Minnesota gave them a run for their money about 2 or 3 games.
Minnesota got 0.5 of bigs. They both soft.
But the fact
I get what you're saying.
All those games that they played in the end of the season and the play-in came down to the wire.
Off subject, ain't Karl Anthony Towns a free agent this year?
No, he signed that max extension last year.
I thought he was.
He got that super max for making that All NBA team, so he ain't going nowhere.
Sorry, now that we're talking about it, is Ayton for Gobert a reasonable deal?
Who's going to do that?
I'm just asking.
No, because you still.
It's the same price.
If you Minnesota, would you take Ayton?
It makes sense cap wise. I mean cap wise, it makes sense.
I think Ayton gonna end up on the Pacers. That's where I think he's gonna go.
I think the Pacers kind of having a happy moment where they're like, "Oh, I'm glad we didn't buy this."
I just think he need to change the scenery, bro.
I think the Pacers are kind of a little happy that they didn't buy.
I have been sitting here saying that from even the season. I said that man didn't want to be there.
but I'm looking at other centers around the league, and then we just talking about Minnesota, and what's his name is not a big offensive threat, and Minnesota may be willing to go a little bit younger and a little bit more offensive, but still have a 7-footer. They got Karl Anthony Towns, so they'll be all right with the height.
Shoot, they talking about he might get traded.
Well, So yeah, anything else about the Warriors we want to talk about while we're here?
I just feel like they're a couple pieces from being right back in it next year. So
I do agree.
I'm just happy it's not
as long as Steph stays healthy. They got Wiggins, and yeah, I do agree they do need younger pieces and reliable. There's another thing to play the 82 games, but when it comes down to it, we need reliable.
Bodies on the court.
People in the series, in the playoff series. So yes, if Kuminga can step up to that role, they got a better chance. If Dante DiVincenzo comes back, they got a good chance.
I like how he played this year.
I just think they need a bigger center, and Draymond's position got to get figured out. And if it is Kuminga, good for them. Maybe he does give you more points than Draymond does.
I feel like whatever.
No triple singles.
Because Draymond's on that that precipice of he's on the verge of you could still kind of get something for him. He's not too old yet. He's not
washed up yet, you could get something for him. So
you ain't watched that?
I mean, not all the way washed.
I mean,
somebody will take him.
I like.
He ain't faded all the way. He still got a couple more washes.
The defense ain't there like it used to be. No more,
yeah, somebody will take him though.
He ain't washed. I ain't gonna say he washed.
Yeah,
he plays his role.
You get something for him. You get something for him.
No, he might end up in Philly, man. Might be something in BB in his ear, man.
Speaking of the Sixers,
so that leaves us to our last team that got washed.
Well, see,
there's a lot of washing happening.
it's a lot of that today.
I knew because they had the perfect setup. Like, you caught Boston off guard, you beat them in their building. You were going home for Game 6 up 3-2. I said it to myself. I said if they don't close it in Philly, they're gonna go to the Garden and lose. I think the Garden anymore. Whatever it's called.
Yeah, TD Garden.
TD Garden. Yeah, I said they gonna lose, and I didn't think they gonna lose like they lost. So.
I think
they lost
when they lost the end of that
get off
Game 6. I think that's a lot of people felt. Yeah, it felt.
And they should have won that game.
And they were up. They should have won that game. They didn't close that game out at all.
16 points.
And I think that was the moment where everybody was like, yeah, Celtics got to.
They just let it all go like in the last 2-3 minutes. I'm like, bro.
However, I didn't think.
I don't think Doris Burke was calling them out. Was like, where's the effort? I was the other night. I was like, damn.
I don't think anyone foresaw a 30-point
the shellacking
beat down. That third quarter. I don't know what happened between the second quarter and halftime, but third quarter. Oh, baby.
It was light skin vengeance by
Jason. Oh, man. I have nothing against the Sixers, right? I do not agree with their starting lineup. Something about it doesn't feel right to me. It kind of feels pieced together a little bit. But, they make it work. However, so again, there are certain players you pay a lot of money to. I get why you pay Embiid a lot of money. I get why you pay Jokic a lot of money. I get why you pay Tatum, certain players. Something about centers, though, to me, have to be exceptional for me to justify paying a center a bulk load of money because of how the game is played today. It's fast-paced. It's not the 90s and the 80s where it's played under the rim like it used to be. So when your team is led by your center,
got a problem right there.
That is not Jokic because Jokic's style of play, I think, transcends time in basketball. He can play that style in any era and still be good. But when you're a power center, if that makes sense, because Embiid has height, size, he's finesse a little bit. But I was telling you earlier, the amount of time he has to take to get a shot off, about 12 seconds to win off the clock already. And then your last couple seconds, granted, you got to take, however many seconds just to bring the ball up, plus another 12 for him to get the ball in the post or at the key, turn around, do a little pivot, step, spin, dribble, pull up or pass. Now you're to like 5 seconds on the clock? Mm-hmm. That style is not going to benefit them, especially in the playoffs. He has to be seal my dude off in the paint, turn around dunk. Or turn around bank shot. This whole finesse center thing that he wants to do, I get it. He can shoot, but
he needs to be in the box.
The time that is spent to do that is not efficient. He's so much bigger than Al Horford. He's taller than Robert Williams. They had Smart on him in the third quarter,
and Smart was doing damage to him.
But did you see where he was getting the ball at? It wasn't underneath the rim. It was by the damn free throw line, and then they would crowd him, and then they're stuck trying to make up a play with a couple seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, they were running out.
They didn't score for almost, 6.5 minutes?
7 minutes. About 7 minutes.
6.5 minutes, they couldn't score because they kept going to the stupid. And then on defense, they had little as D'Anthony Mountain guarding Jason Tatum. And Jason Tatum smoked him and Embiid. He kept doing the pick and roll off of him when they put Harris on him and put him on Embiid. He smoked them both. And again, that makeup of that team is a little weird because the power forward is not that tall.
The whole series changed when Jason Tatum went off that last game and dropped 16 on him in like the fourth. Was it?
Maybe, but it's a product of defense. It's a product of defense. You don't allow a guy who's struggling for the past 2.5 games to get going like that. Yes, he's great, but there's also doubling. You see him make 3 shots in a row. Don't let him get comfortable. He's starting to get hot again. It's no reason his third quarter was that crazy that he had today. At which point do y'all say we got to get the ball out of his hand and let Marcus Smart beat us or somebody else beat us? Mm-hmm. Make Robert Williams beat us. But we can't let him beat us. And that's where Doc Rivers now is probably going to have to go look for a new lease because he ain't staying in Philly.
Nah, he damn sure ain't staying. Nah, he going.
So y'all can tell me what you saw, but that's my take on the Sixers. I think they need to have some roster changes that they have to figure out. I know y'all kind of not bad on Tobias Harris, but I kind of feel like he has to go. And again, I'm just talking about in terms of what they make as far as production. I think James Harden has an option year.
He's going.
But he has a player option, not a team option. I think he's going to option in because I don't think he's going to get that money again.
I mean, scored 9 points. you ain't getting that
again,
money.
His contract don't justify his play, so I'm not even making nothing for him. But I think y'all going to be stuck with James Harden for at least one more season until y'all trade him, if y'all trade him. And I'm going to say y'all going to be stuck with Embiid. So outside of that, what can y'all do as far as getting better?
They're going to have to – one, it starts with the coaching. I mean, my thing is where do you want Embiid to be? That's my thing. I really think he needs to be down in a box just punishing dudes. I mean, he's got the body for it. I mean – That's one thing. 2, they have really no bench. I mean, the only guy that was showing up to work was
Maxey was coming off the bench, right?
Yeah, Maxey was. Then they end up putting him in the starting line.
I like it, but he closes the game with them. Though. I like it because I think they identified our bench doesn't have scoring power.
I think Tobias Harris needs to go, and I think the fact that Jimmy Butler letting him go was probably the catalyst that broke that team. So.
Yeah. Corey, you a Celtics fan? No.
You start on this year though.
You don't got a basketball team.
Oh, okay. I know you Patriots, so I automatically assume you a Celtics.
He Bostoned up.
I told everybody they want to listen to me, man.
What do you think about Sixers? Corey?
I keep telling should never that James Harden trade screwed them. They had a deeper team. You had Seth Curry coming off the bench. Mm-hmm. They had Thibault. Mm-hmm. They had the Korkmaz dude. And then they had a backup big. I don't remember his name right now.
You talking? No, Dreads. Is he still there?
Montreal Harrell. Yeah. Like to me, they had their team was more deeper. Like and then when they hired Doc, I told him that was the stupidest thing ever.
I like Thibault about it because
I like Thibault too. That's why I never understood what they got rid of. But then you hired Doc Rivers. I'm like, he ain't do no better than Brett Brown. Mm-hmm. Second round, you get out.
If anything, he did worse.
And then to me, like I keep telling people, it was been proven. The team played better when they had Ben Simmons on the floor by himself. And he just had those shooters line up. And then here's Embiid's chance to, I'm the guy. I show up every day. What the fuck did you do?
He should have never said that. And even Dame Lillard just put out a tweet and said,
And I don't know if you see any tape, he just sits there and says, I need help. Me and James need help. Nigga, what?
Yeah.
Seth Curry need help.
But see, that's one thing. Love or hate him or not, like LeBron, all the other greats, Kobe and them, they didn't say stuff like that. They just, it is what it is. Took it.
I was done. I was more so like getting pissed off with Embiid when you are you're the MVP, and then you say that I didn't get the ball. You demand the fucking ball. You ain't see Shaquille O'Neal.
Try to pick that hand up.
Somebody said, "Give me the
damn ball."
You were the MVP for a reason.
To me, that's what he played for this year. I don't care what anybody said. Once he got that, he cried and shit. I said,
if that's what he wanted, then that's
like he wanted to prove a point. He was better than Jokic this year.
He won the MVP and then they got roasted.
Yeah, and he got cooked too.
Got cooked that night. I was like, ramen noodles. But didn't he only have 2 points in the second half?
2.
I don't remember what he had in the second half.
I think it was 2
a
points.
mediocre performance by him and James Harden.
In a game 7.
James Harden looked down and said, "You want to do what I did when I was up 3-2 against the Warriors? Follow my lead."
Yeah,
3-1.
That bothers me so much, man. Like you was up 16 fucking points, bruh.
Yeah, that was where they lost that series.
Let it go.
And again, it's that I feel like Game 6 falls on Doc. You have to realize what's transpiring and adjust accordingly. And you can't. It's unexcusable for a 30-point anyway. Monty Williams got let go for a 30-point loss, so I'm expecting Doc Rivers to be gone for the same reason. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. So Western Conference, we got Nuggets, Lakers. Any predictions?
Nuggets.
That's a tough series.
Nuggets in 7.
That's
Nuggets.
a tough series. I can't even say.
I think it's Nuggets in 7.
The conspiracy theorist in me is going to say it's going to be Lakers
Ain't
Celtics.
no way in hell I'm relying on Anthony Davis to be healthy.
I hear you. But
He showed up more than Embiid.
He showed up. He fainted and then still came on.
Everybody did, but he came out there in Game 6 and did what he had to do.
I know, but I just don't trust him.
I feel as though there should have been a concussion protocol.
This ain't the NFL, homie.
Yo, the concussion protocol. You got to sit out one game.
All y'all picking the Nuggets.
I don't. The conspiracy theorist in me is going to go.
I just
with
think the Nuggets got the better team.
Lakers and Celtics.
But who the hell knows at this point?
The Nuggets got the better team.
I'm saying Nuggets in 6.
I feel like what I've seen, the Nuggets do have the better team. I don't think they're going to win the series because of the physicality of the Lakers. Going to put them at the free throw line.
And Jokic is finally going to get stuck by somebody who can play D. The same way in the bubble. Remember Jokic was killing everybody?
I get it, but this team is better than what it was in the bubble.
I don't think so.
This Nugget team, they trust each other.
Michael Porter Jr.
They knocking down shots. And from what I've seen so far, this Nuggets team is a better team.
Man, I like them, but Lakers in 6.
Okay. East Conference.
So me and Cap got opposites. Nuggets in 6.
It was Lakers in 6 versus Grizzlies. That's how I'm looking at it. Lakers in 6 versus Warriors. Lakers in 6. 6.
Fresh.
OVO. 6 guy.
Eastern Conference. Celtics. Heat.
What?
I now definitely feel like Celtics.
Jules, do you not please don't. As much as y'all praise Jimmy Butler, I will not let him go for what he did last year. Or wide open layup.
Yeah.
Yo, let me take the third real quick.
I'm just being biased right now.
Let me shoot the third real quick.
I'm just being biased. I just don't like.
I was like,
Boston's got a shot. Boston got a shot. Don't get me wrong.
No, I'm gonna tell y'all. I said it from the beginning of the year. Y'all laughed on here. And I've been preaching Boston. Give me Boston in 6.
Okay.
All right.
Who you got?
Boston, man, in 6.
Jason?
It depends on how Jimmy plays, but I think Boston going to win. I feel like Boston going to win there.
I'm biased. I just like Butler.
Okay.
They got too many people.
I like Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I know.
They got, Brown? You can put Smart on. You got Brogdon. You got White.
Yeah.
I think
keep going. Tatum can do it.
I think Celtics is the better team. I wouldn't put it past the Heat to win 2 or 3 of those 3 games.
I'll put it like this. I'll get the Heat a game.
Now, if the Heat had Tyler Hero,
different story.
Yeah, I think it's a much, but I'd say just
different story. Now that's 4 to 6 weeks. He still got.
He would be back if they make it past the series.
Oh, wow.
But even then, he didn't play basketball for 4 weeks.
Oh yeah, he got to get
I wouldn't put him in the first 2 games.
I feel like this series is Jimmy Butler would have to have a Superman every night. Yeah. He had to do a Superman every night.
If
and
he
he's
does,
not gonna
though,
have the support to.
but if he does, and they beat the Celtics,
but then it's like how
I'm going back to the Jimmy Butler conversation.
Jason-
About we've been viewing Jimmy Butler wrong this whole time.
He's
I
the
like
greatest
Jimmy Butler.
post. I mean, he's been playing. He's been
Jimmy.
doing his thing. The man, past couple of years,
I'm
I've
done with
been in
Jimmy.
the Eastern Conference Finals where he was in the finals.
If he gets past the Celtics, I'm bringing up the conversation again. I think we've been viewing him wrong.
yeah,
I like Jimmy. I just think right
Rachel
now
Nichols likes him too.
Hey, I like Rachel Nichols. I ain't got
Boston's got you got to deal
Is she
with
a
smart. You gotta
Yo, wow.
anyway, you got to deal with.
You know I
Tatum.
can mute your mic from over here now.
Oh yeah.
You might-
leave that comment in there.
Not it's really who I've been having to edit for. Who was that? Oh, it was Cap. Yeah.
Look, that edit was seamless too. I wouldn't even try to find that spot. I said, damn.
You can tell. I was like, they took my whole comment away, but they left certain people's comments in.
I had to do it. I'm sorry.
But I said just Tatum, Brown, Smart. I think it's gonna be too much for them to overcome.
You got
like,
Brogdon still.
Yeah,
The
they
forehead dude.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and transition to basketball. We spent 40 minutes, so 45. Damn. All right. Let's go ahead and transition real quick.
I mean, if you
go
stand on the NBA,
Was it John Morant, dumbass?
All right.
I ain't got no comment.
All right.
this one I got comment on.
Go ahead. I'll let you go before I guess. Go ahead.
No, I did that comment.
If he legally owns a gun, I ain't really gonna say nothing now. I really ain't. I mean, if he legally owns it, he wants to show it on Instagram. At this point, I'm just
What's
like,
wrong with it?
you gotta let him do what he gonna do. Now, if it goes against whatever the team decides or the league decides, that's one thing. But I'm gonna just look at it. He ain't pointing at nobody. He ain't do nothing crazy. Because at least last time, the gun in conjunction with the incident with the young bull, it was like it was too much going on at one time.
Mm-hmm.
If he just want to have his gun out, and then that, I feel like that's the team's gonna have to decide how they feel about that, and because it's up to them. Whatever. When I saw this morning, I was just like, he got a gun out. I mean, what we gonna do? We know he got guns. He want to have it out if he want to have it out on the what's the name? I'm more worried about Steph Curry needing help in Golden State, so I just fuck that gun and fuck everything else. So, but
And John Morant,
that's just how I feel about it. But
John Morant turned into Motal from above the rim. But my whole thing is, if he needs a gun to be going out, just in general public, for what he's doing, you got to move a little differently now.
I don't know, it's wild in these streets.
I know, but you already cost yourself $39 million this year from dismissing the first NBA All Team. You lost $39 million off that. That's doing. You lost a Powerade deal, and possibly this is going to impede your contract right now. Which you getting ready to collect close to $239 million. My whole thing is, if the company you is keeping is costing you money, man, it ain't for you.
I don't even think it's the company though. I think he was in the car by himself.
No. He was in the car with
And the other thing is,
the other guy was the one.
Women in there?
No.
But
These little kids now don't do that.
But the other thing that kind of like pisses me off with this is like
They be dancing with each other in the club.
they doing the dance, do the dance.
It is the truth. The new age kids is different.
But the thing
Tavon gonna have to mute himself.
didn't. But the thing that does piss me off though is it's like his people. I mean, the people that are supposed to be looking out for his best interest clearly ain't doing it. I mean, you gotta have somebody that I tell you can't do.
You're a grown man at this
I
point.
mean, you a grown man. I mean, but I'm not gonna be flaunting my hardware on social media just for a like and a view, man. And if I'm pulling out toast, it's gonna be for a reason. That's just me. But that's how they thinking now. I really think something's worse is going to happen with him. I pray that it doesn't, but I mean, it's just building. And if we probably gonna wake up one morning seeing him involved in something, it's not gonna surprise me.
It's never happened to him.
Well,
Me personally, only thing his damn dad. Instead of worrying about being on the sidelines, you need to be talking to your son.
Yeah.
And then, come on, dog. You the people that you hanging with, that's the breadwinner. Why are you recording? Like me,
Stupid.
with common sense,
Stupid.
Yeah,
we in the car
recording.
together, and that's like if Tavon got in trouble with a gun.
Stupid.
Like,
I'm not gonna record him again with a gun in the car. Yo, when he in the car, we don't record nothing.
No,
Or
ain't
be like,
nothing
yo,
coming on.
Or be like, yo, I'm filming right now. Put it down.
Yeah, put it down.
real
Like,
quick.
yo,
Put it down
you
real
supposed
quick.
to. Y'all not
Put
helping.
it down real
What?
quick.
Y'all are hindering him.
Yeah, y'all hindering him. He's getting on there, and you look at the kid. You like he just having fun, chilling in the car.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing wrong with what he did, but then y'all know that he just got in trouble for that.
It's
Now he about to get 30 days, 30 games.
Nah, they're talking about the season.
Nah, they can't give him.
They're not gonna give him the
They
whole
can't give him a whole season. He ain't threatening nobody.
Yeah, but-
He ain't
And what it's gonna
agent,
come down to
I
is
think
the,
so.
agent zero.
the legality of this gun.
Yo, Nike
If
get
it's a
ready to
legal
start.
gun,
Nike gonna start putting handguns on the sneakers, man. Nike gonna lead into it
Nah,
like, yo,
they already had-
these are shooters.
they're gonna bring back the they're gonna bring the sneakers with the straps.
Literally.
Man, you need to stop.
John Morant's gonna have black Air Ones.
All I want to see, yo, if he let it off, I just want him to do it like Soldier Boy. I was like this. That's what my favorite kid
But
is.
all jokes aside, he needs a. In Memphis, you know a perfect place if they let Chris Paul leave. Memphis would be perfect for Chris Paul to get his hands on Ja and school him. Ja needs a vet. He's basically the star of a team. He's young. You can't just throw him
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah,
You know, most of them fail like that.
yeah.
Yeah, he's doing it now.
And I don't wish that on nobody.
I want him to succeed, but he's
I agree.
clearly costing himself some coins right now, man.
Immaturity. So.
I agree with Cap.
You smoking?
Definitely.
Am I smoking?
Nah, I ain't smoking.
Oh, okay. Just
My
checking.
clothes smell like it?
No. I think you're good. No. Oh, no, I think you're cool.
I agree with Cap. His father. I'm muting y'all.
No, leave that in.
His father needs to be involved in this at some point. Take accountability for how you're raising your son or how you raised your son.
Or just talk to him, man. Like,
Something. And it is a point where, it's a young boy. I don't want to call him a boy, but we don't.
He got too much too quick.
We don't really mature, right? Until
No, like 26.
yeah. And he got a lot of money. He got the world at his hands, at his feet, and nobody can tell him much anyway, as it is. He can do whatever he wants in life. I do agree. He needs to take a look at his fucking friends.
Yes.
This shit right now
Cut bait.
is at a point where, I can't even be associated with y'all no more. I feel like I'm sorry. We boys or whatever. I don't know if he know how long he knew them. You could take care of your friends from a distance, but to be who he is and still, again, part of my problem with black young males and this depiction of trying to be hard thugs, gangster life, whatever you want to call it, is so stupid, and it cost us so much from how we're viewed outside of our race to just things, even how we operate in a normal day-to-day life. We get viewed with a stigma because of the few that want to portray this lifestyle for the many, right?
Right.
Why, if you're a millionaire, do you still want to be associated to this dumbass lifestyle? That, to me, is the ignorance of youth, and I don't know what's glorified about it. I was never attracted to that, but you're a millionaire. You got out of that situation
for a reason.
You have the ability to change your friends' lives who were probably in that situation with you. There was no reason for you to be pulled back down into that.
You know what? And this is where I know we had some gripes with LeBron on the court, but if you see him off the court,
China.
he's motivated his crew to become better individuals.
China.
And
So
that's a whole other thing. I'm just saying.
I get your point. I get your point.
I'm just saying, look at his crew that he put on with.
I get your point.
And they're all doing something right now. This boy is just all over the place, man.
So now the accountability. The first time I'm gonna, give him some slack. Like, all right, he's young, mind state, he'll learn from this. The second time now is now I got to hold you responsible. Yes, I get it. Your friends put you in that position because you shouldn't have been recording.
You shouldn't have been there to begin with, man.
But just to be in this predicament with you having a gun on your body and you taking it out and flashing it for entertainment purposes. All right. A firearm is meant for protection. So for you to be brandishing it for fun, for one, shows to me you don't have the right mind state to be owning a gun. As a gun owner myself, you don't act like that. That's irresponsible. For two, we just had this conversation.
Yeah, I think that's what really.
We just had this conversation. That tells me you did not learn from the first time, even though I gave you slack on the first time. Now my conversation to him is different. Now it's like, all right, we gotta show you better than I could tell you. You want to live this lifestyle. He is gonna be those players that played themselves out the league, even though they were still capable of playing.
Kind of like Gilbert Arenas. Yeah.
And it sucks. It sucks because he's young, and I know they're gonna keep giving him chances, but it can't be a third time.
It shouldn't have been.
It cannot be a third time.
It shouldn't have been the first time.
So whoever needs to talk to him, even if it's LeBron, I don't care who. Somebody needs to talk to him and dead this whole mind state and put him in perspective of what he's losing and risk of losing because he wants to portray. And I brought this up before. John Wall was one of my favorite players. But if you see John Wall outside of basketball, he is not a glorified basketball. He's not a role model. John Wall wants to portray this blood thug lifestyle, all the tats, whatever. You see him in the clubs throwing gang signs in games. And where's John Wall right now? The Wizards got rid of him right after he got into something about what did he do? Did he say
he flashed a sign up or
something stupid? Something stupid where he threw up a gang. Something. They got him out the next week.
And they tried, and they basically said it was like a conflict.
Yeah.
But
it was the week after he did it.
Yeah, he threw a sign up, and right after that, that's when all hell broke loose, man. So.
And I understand he's a bright star, John Morant, but this can't be a third time. And I'm gonna leave it at that. If y'all want to say something else about it, I'm disappointed, honestly. But what makes me more upset about the whole situation is the glorification of the stupid ass lifestyle.
That's it. That's it.
What is it? Your lifestyle as a millionaire is as a basketball player millionaire.
And he wasn't even grew up in that mess. He was he was in private school, wasn't he?
Why is it that a basketball millionaire
Jadakiss
is looking up to a gangster lifestyle? What is flashy about the gangster life? What is it that the NBA millionaire lifestyle doesn't provide you? This does.
The gangsters want to be NBA players, millionaires.
Like what? What?
It is.
They want to be flashy.
I don't get it. I don't get it. What can't you get now that this provides you? And that's the dumbness that bothers me about this whole thing.
Because if you came to a gang member, I mean, probably not all, but like anybody in the street life, and you came to them and was like, "Yo, we're gonna let you play basketball, and you're gonna pay you millions of dollars. You can buy whatever you want, whatever house you want, whatever cars you want, whatever you want, provide for your people, all that. You want to keep doing this, or you want to keep." They gonna be, "Oh fuck this, yo." Like that. All right.
In a heartbeat.
All right, Roscoe, I'm out, yo.
In a heartbeat.
Throw it up, they out, man. Like that's gonna be it.
The stipulation is you can't talk to none of them ever again. They're gonna be like, "All right, I'm out." They leave that whole shit behind them.
They be like,
in a heartbeat.
But even piggyback off, go back to what Cap said. Yeah, they his boys is messing up because even like y'all filming him. See, I thought he was in the car by himself. I didn't know there was nobody else in the car.
No.
You should have been like, "Yo, bro, I'm filming
Why
right now."
Would you even go live
put
with
it,
that?
Put it down. He's like, "I'm filming right now." it'd be like even like when dudes been out with their boys or whatever. Not saying this happens with us because it doesn't. And then he'd be like, the Jones are out or whatever. And he'd be like, yo, this girl, this girl might be watching. Hey, don't put them on live. Or like with people, and they ain't just dudes, it's women too. They'd be like, with their homegirl, they'd be like, girl, I ain't even supposed to be out. He think I'm home asleep. Girl, don't give me none of the snaps. No, that shit. So, So he got the gun. You should have definitely been like, yo.
Yeah, you got to be different. Man.
Don't put him on live. But
all right. Anything else yet before we get off of that? I'm done with it.
As I said, I mean, I hope he really. I hope he gets it, but it's up to Ja now at this point. If he really wants to grow up and mature and be a modern citizen, or he want to cost himself money, so it's on him at this point.
All right, let's go ahead and move on.
In other news,
let's go to some movie stuff.
Where we gonna start?
I really don't know where I want to start with this, but Fast and Furious is coming out this week.
Yep.
This week, weekend, or whatever you want to call it, Thursday technically. But
the leak happened from Universal itself, not the internet. I didn't spoil it. Universal put it out.
In your defense, I did end up seeing it somewhere else after you posted.
See?
So if anybody's watching or listening hasn't noticed yet, we have a resident spoiler here, and we like to try to minimize his spoilage. But some things still come through.
Well, it comes through. Well, I got credible sources.
You did it twice.
Well, I got credible sources.
Like you ruined Indiana Jones.
I didn't know. How the hell did I ruin that?
When you posted what's name being a female Indiana Jones.
I didn't post that.
Oh shit, the female Indiana.
I did.
Yeah, when it was Brie
Man,
Larson.
I don't even remember that.
I think I ain't seen it now.
No, you
No,
spoiled.
they gonna say I'm misogynist. I ain't gonna say it.
You're not gonna see it, right?
I put it like this.
I told you, man.
Y'all know nothing leaks in Hollywood.
All right.
If it comes out,
So
it's going to come
I think
out.
it's really out now. The
Well,
Rock will be involved with. I don't know if it's this movie or if it's the future ones, but in some capacity, The Rock will be returning to the Fast and Furious franchise.
It was supposed to have been a secret, but they had to premiere the film in Rome.
Okay.
And I guess Universal wanted to get ahead of this before everything came out. So they basically kind of told the rap article. I read them entertainment things.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading a rap and they said, well, he's in it. They didn't necessarily say how long he was in it. They just said it's like I don't know how long or what part, or whatever it is. They just said he's in it.
So honestly, it would kind of feel weird to not have him come back before the conclusion of this whole series.
Makes sense.
Yeah, he's a big part of it.
Yeah, he kind of helped revive it, in my opinion.
He kind of revived it. I mean,
And I see you over there. He kind of helped revive it, but
he did. I mean,
as well, for them to bring back, say, Jason Statham and some of the other people that they introduced and not have him would kind of feel like, I don't know, it wouldn't have been satisfying to me. I felt like in order to if you're going to even bring Han back at this point, you got to at least have The Rock acknowledge something at some point before the movie franchise is over. So that's what I felt.
I mean, I'm happy.
I'm glad he come back.
I'm happy for him because they if they had beef or whatever it was and they squashed it, and they make money off of it.
See what I think it was that Black Adam gave him some humble pie experience.
That was the next thing I was about to say.
That's what I think it was. And he had to look in the mirror and was like, okay, it wasn't Vin Diesel. I told you in October he owes Vin Diesel apology.
I personally feel like everybody that was part of the franchise should make an appearance in these last.
Even two Spanish cats.
The two dudes I was about to say them. The two dudes, they took their money and did. They say,
Tego Calderon,
and Don Omar.
Yeah, they say, yo, we out. We got paid. We good.
Nobody's seen them in real life since either. They've been out. They take their money.
Yo, Don Omar, one of my favorite reggaeton artists.
Yo, Tego, that dude, man.
But I want to see my man come back too. Not the biggest fan of Bow Wow, but I think Bow Wow needs to make an appearance.
But he was in the last one, right?
He was the eighth one. He was in one of them.
Oh, was
whatever when they went to space, wasn't that the last one?
I ain't watched that one. Damn.
Nah, that was the last one.
Yeah.
I ain't see that one.
Yeah, he was
okay. What about my man, the one from Tokyo Drift?
He was there too.
He been in the past too.
Yeah.
Damn, I ain't watched.
And that's what I'm saying. And they brought everybody. Felt like they brought everybody.
So yeah,
back.
you got to bring the Rock back because they done did a whole spin off. With him, you gotta have him.
And if Jason Statham coming back, then you gotta have the Rock come back too.
I really hope it's not 3 movies though. I just want.
It
is. I want to be 2 and out, man. 3's a lot.
Yeah, you gotta understand. Like I was telling Brian and all them last night, the only person that's keeping Universal even open is Vin Diesel. and they got scared by him saying, "Yo, this is it. Then we doing the spinoffs." Well, hold on, wait a minute. Can you make like another part?
Well, they basically what Universal is. They have no
originality,
no existing IP outside of Jurassic Park, Fast and the Furious, and I think that's it.
Well, that's it.
Because my problem.
And what's that one movie? Was it Riddick that he?
Riddick, yeah, that's it. They don't have they have nothing really like in existing. Like I will say, like Sony with the Spider-Man catalog or Fox or Disney with their stuff. They're running out of intellectual property, so they're going to stretch this as much as they can.
Well, my issue with 3 movies is like 2 I'm cool with. Like, yo, we splitting it into the last 2. We got a long story to tell. Mm-hmm. My thing with when you do 3 movies, you got to be careful because you're going to hit us with this beginning, but everybody's going to know this middle movie is going to be a filler because now you got to, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm going to be watching the middle knowing you're not even going to conclude the story. Even if it was going to be a third one, they shouldn't have said it. I would have made it. I would have had everybody thinking, yo, these are going to be the last 2. Get us to that end of the last 2 and like, oh, shit, they doing another one and then do it like that.
This kind of I know you guys don't really watch anime like that, but there's an anime called Attack on Titan, right?
I know exactly where you're going with this.
This motherfucking series supposed to end it 2019,
2-3 years ago,
20 whatever. And so there's like, oh, the final season come out. It finally comes out. Final season comes out, part 1, and then the second half of the season come out. Get this, it's part 2, part 1. They split the second half of the season into 2.
But see, you didn't find out till it was time. You wasn't like, oh man,
and now the final part of the final season is out, and they only dropped 1 episode. It's one long ass episode, but they're making us wait for the last part. And we've been on this goddamn series trying to wait for it to end for about 2 years now.
Hey,
and every time they say it's the end, the last episode says finale coming next year. They be like, oh, come on.
But look,
man.
It could be worse. It could be One Piece.
See, but One Piece never promised the ending.
Look, yeah,
that's the thing. They never promised the
ending. It's been 20 years, man.
Yeah, they never promised the ending.
How is series gonna be going for 20 years, yo? Just end it. Just let it go.
I just started One Piece.
I know. We was talking about it.
I'm on episode 8 of like 3,000.
Tavon gonna be 50 by the time One Piece ends.
Is it smoking? I'm sorry.
So yeah, Fast X out this weekend. I guess we'll have
they got Fast X, A, B, and C.
The alphabets.
We'll have
X1, X, B, X, C.
Some type of review, I guess, this weekend. And I may not see it. I haven't watched the last 2 in theaters.
I haven't watched the last 2 at all.
I haven't watched the last 2 in theater. I waited until they came out on HBO.
I haven't watched the last 2 at all.
Okay.
I'm going to watch it just for the benefit.
I'm not watching that one with the submarine. I'm not watching that one. That's 8. I'm not. That's 8. Yeah, I'm not watching 8 with the submarine. Yo, Cap was with me. We was in the movies.
Submarine?
The submarine.
The submarine.
No, I told one we sitting there watching. I don't even remember what movie we were watching. That preview came on. I saw that submarine. I said, "Yeah, I ain't watching this shit."
Yeah.
And then to find out that they really went in space, because I thought people was joking about that.
Nah. It's a little outrageous.
Oh man!
And I think that's why I wait for it to come out on streaming now. It's like, yeah. At some point, I stopped enjoying them. I liked 5. I think I liked 6. What was Paul Walker's last one?
It should have.
7 was good.
I think stopped at 7.
7 was where he fought Ong Bak boy, right?
7 had that perfect ending too. Like
the Muay Thai dude.
Yeah, Tony Jaa.
Yeah, 7 was good.
I like 7.
No, I mean you struck a chord saying you like 7, man.
I do like 7.
I told you I hate that movie. Cause
I like that it should.
Paul Walker beat on Tony Johnson every time. So as soon as I get to the scene when they're in the truck, I turn it off. I can't watch it.
But you know, a part when that movie had me like say what the hell was at the end when John Bon Hansu was in a helicopter. He was just screaming and hollering at everything.
Now, somewhere in between 5 and 7, I think they just started saying "fuck reality."
4 was good. I liked 4.
4 was good.
That was the return.
What I liked about 4,
it was car based.
No, when you figured out that 4 takes place before Tokyo Drift.
Yeah,
and that's why I was like, yo, 4 is my joint. I like 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, so in 7, he survived the parking garage collapse, right? Dom Toretto.
Yeah.
That more outrageous?
Nah, the submarine was.
The submarine was outrageous. Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad.
I mean, you know, it's bad. I love the franchise just because it's ridiculous. I mean,
was the airplane scene in 6 too much?
No,
right? I liked it. I liked the airplane scene.
You know what it is?
Even though it was like a forever runway, I liked it.
At some point,
it seemed like they just started embracing all that like goofy shit.
They leaned into it.
I felt like after that damn parking garage collapse in 7, he was like, remember he was right. I think he tried to jump.
Isn't that when they're in Dubai?
Yeah, man, he jumped the helicopter.
He jumped into the helicopter, right? Yeah. That's when it got goofy. That's when it got goofy.
Because you got to get to a point.
It was too much. Like
me, I get to a point where I feel like, yo, I'm sitting in the movie like, how stupid.
In the last one,
no.
I know they start poking fun at it though when they had Tyrese. When they were shooting and he didn't get none of the bullets on him, I was like, "Yo, they are deliberate."
Which one was it where the tank was going after them on the highway and he did some jump shit?
6. It was part
that. Okay, that's when it got goofy. He did that little jump shit and like jumped off the car and caught Letty midair.
Like he had a wingsuit on with a t-shirt.
You remember that? They were on the highway.
I know what you're talking about.
Like it was like 2 elevated highways and he like jumped across the median and caught her midair. Mm-hmm. That's when it got outrageous.
That's why I don't watch Jason Statham movies. I can't remember which transporter it was.
Oh, he knocked it.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
It was 2.
Which transporter?
Transporter 2.
When the cars were corkscrewing.
Yeah.
And the one had the bomb on the bottom. Yeah. And he defused the bomb as they were.
Yeah.
I'm not that dumb. I'm not. Y'all not gonna treat me like I'm stupid. I'm not doing that.
So I would say 5 was the last one I really probably enjoyed, and then everything else was just like, all right, I'm just here because I want to watch it because I don't got nothing else to watch.
Fast 5's the first one with The Rock, right?
Yeah. That was a good one. That was a good one. All right. What else we got with movie news? We got potential rumors for a Superman. I don't know none of them.
I don't know any of them except Nicholas Hoult.
So Nicholas Hoult, who recently had a movie with Nicolas Cage called Renfield.
I didn't see that. Damn.
He's up for Lex Luthor.
He's been tied to Lex Luthor.
They saying Luthor, but they said he also tested for Superman himself too. So
I don't see him.
I don't see it happening.
So I don't know the other guy's name. I don't know if y'all can find his name.
I don't even know his name. Daniel something. I don't know who he is.
He looks like I don't know what he's been in, but as far as the look of a Superman, a younger Superman, I don't hate it.
I'm not mad at it really.
I don't hate it.
After what James Gunn did with Guardians, I'm kind of like excited to see what he's going to do with it now. So.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. If one of y'all can find it. Yeah, I don't hate him as the pick. You saw his face?
He got to put some weight on. Well, you know they're filming. They start filming in January.
Okay.
Yeah, they said they got depending on the writer strike. I mean, if they're saying January, that's when it's supposed to start.
I'm not going to believe anything until I see James Gunn say it. He's been pretty vocal, so I'm pretty sure we'll hear from him first about who he selects.
Supposedly Comic-Con, but
okay, I can see that. We talked about it, but y'all looking forward to the Superman movie or no?
I am after what Gunn did with Guardian.
Are you looking forward to a new Batman movie?
Yeah.
Even Twilight Bat Boy.
Cool.
You ain't like it?
It was alright. It felt like 3 movies. It felt like 3 movies in one, but it was cool.
Okay.
I found his name. It is Daniel. Shit, it just went off on me.
I'm just not.
Yeah, Daniel Corswet.
Yeah.
Daniel Corswet.
All right. I ain't even gonna try to pronounce it.
Like I said, I never heard of the dude. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, he must impress people.
I think he's more of his look, but we'll see.
Yeah.
You know who I felt? You know what I felt like that about? The Fantastic Four casting rumors.
Yeah. I wanted.
Everybody
I want what's the name? Krasinski. Yeah, man.
All right. Well, not much.
I'm gonna watch it, but
not much movie news this week. So we'll come back next week.
We got some Little Mermaid trailers. I'm a Disney live action aficionado.
Okay. All right. You gonna see it?
Yeah.
Opening week.
I watch all the
opening week.
Might not be opening week. Little Mermaid's not one of my favorites. So
what was the last one they had live action?
Lion King.
Lion King.
That was actually good.
Was Lion King before or after
Did I see
Aladdin?
Lion King?
Aladdin was before.
Yeah,
Aladdin was. I remember seeing
Aladdin was the first one, and they pushed that.
And the boy first.
They did Dumbo. Matter of fact, Dumbo might
I saw. Yeah, Dumbo might be the last.
I didn't see Dumbo.
I watch all of them. And then the
Beauty and the Beast was first.
Yeah.
Nah, what's the name was first? Cinderella really started it.
No, I'm talking about like this new one. Like this.
When did Cinderella come out?
Wow.
Cinderella was like what, the 90s?
No. Cinderella was the first live action that they did.
Who was it?
2015.
Who was Cinderella?
I'm gonna hear her name.
It was a Cinderella in 2015.
2015. Young Ella, Lily James, Kate Blanchett played the stepmom. Yeah, I know. I was on a date in New Jersey. I seen it on a date in New Jersey. It was like, yo, this. And that
I don't remember that.
I never seen that.
That was the first one where they were like, hey, we're gonna do live action versions of the not like
I remember the Beauty and the Beast.
That Beauty and the Beast was after that.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, Cinderella was the first one. I think Beauty and the Beast was the second one. But yeah, I've been on board since like that.
I gotta rewatch Lion King. I'm trying to remember
King was good.
if I saw the live action one. I remember seeing some.
It was good.
Because Beyonce seen it, so I ain't watching it.
I think they do a great job of them being accurate to the movies.
To the animal, or
what was your favorite one?
To the original movie.
Jungle Book was good. Beauty and the Beast was my favorite, just because Beauty and the Beast is my favorite.
What, like Disney movie?
Yeah, live action.
Live action or period?
Beauty and the Beast.
Mine was Jungle Book.
And I wasn't.
I ain't gonna hold you. Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin. I like the Aladdin.
Yeah,
Aladdin was good.
I ended up liking Aladdin more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Like Will Smith did a great job as Genie.
I liked it.
Like Robin was gone, but he did a great job as a Genie.
It's supposed
the parrot wasn't in that, right?
Yeah, Iago was in there.
Who?
Iago.
He wasn't talking though.
he did talk.
Yeah, he did.
The parrot?
Yeah. Go back and watch, bro.
Iago was in it.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'm gonna rewatch it.
I be going for the movies till they start singing. I'll be like, yo, y'all about to put me to sleep.
I don't remember the parrot talking in that movie.
Yeah, he did.
All right. Okay.
Because the parrot kept telling him like when he was going to get in trouble and stuff.
Well, I'm talking about the evil dude. Didn't the evil dude have a parrot?
Oh.
Was it a parrot?
Iago.
Iago.
But was Iago in there?
I don't think he was.
You know what? I'm not seeing anybody. In
No
the
voice
cast.
actor. That's what I'm trying to remember. It wasn't. I don't remember the parrot talking.
There was somebody in there talking.
I don't know if the parrot talked, but I think
There was a monkey with Aladdin.
Yeah, that's one thing.
There was the monkey with Aladdin.
Abu.
Yeah,
Abu.
but the parrot, or whatever it is, whatever that bird is.
Would y'all like to see an Incredibles live action?
No. Oh yes, because I want to. Never mind.
That's the only reason, right? That's the only. And I wouldn't be mad at it either. But you know what? It ain't gonna be the same proportions in real life.
Nah.
That's where they gonna fuck up, and everybody gonna be like, "Nah, what's this bullshit?" But
they gonna have to do some serious.
I forgot which they not, one of them. They said they gonna start. They was gonna make another one. It was Moana.
Yeah, Moana 2 right now.
Yeah, the Rock look big as I don't know what now. That's what he's shooting now.
Live action Moana. They announced it. They announced it. Yep.
They showed the Rock in the set and everything. What is about 3 weeks now? They've been shooting that movie.
Iago is in it. He's played by a name that Alan.
I could swear I know that bird was on.
I know Alan Tudyk.
Yeah, he's
Alan
on Doom
Tudyk
Patrol
is Iago in the 2019 Aladdin. It doesn't look like he had a lot to say though, not like on the cartoon.
Okay.
But yeah, I wasn't sold on what's the name for Beauty and the Beast as Belle.
Emma Watson.
Yeah, I wasn't sold. And then after I watched it 3 times in theaters. Number 1, all by myself. Didn't need nobody with me. I fuck with it.
We saw. My fault, Jason.
Oh, no, you good. And then I never looked at Emma Watson like that before Belle.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I think I had this infatuation for like a smooth 3 months afterwards. Like I was like in love with her for 3 months afterwards. I was like, ooh, Emma Watson.
The last live action was actually Cruella.
Oh,
I had to correct myself. It wasn't Dumbo. It was Cruella.
That's right. Cruella.
I didn't like that one.
What?
I didn't watch it.
You fucking tripping.
I had to watch it.
Cruella was
Go watch
shit.
it, man.
The music was the shit. Cruella was the shit. I love that. I ended up liking that a lot more than I expected.
She played that role to it.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Was there Dalmatians in it?
Yeah.
It was? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a part 2 on it.
They give her a backstory.
That's what I was asking. If
I have to watch it again.
They showed how she became
Cruella.
And I like stuff like that. I like when you give the villains you give them their origin stories.
I think that was the wave, and it probably still is, about how can we expand without just remaking a series. Let's do prequels. And like there was a thing with Peter Pan for a while where let's try to do these prequel series.
There's another Peter Pan, Peter and Wendy.
Peter and Wendy.
I fuck with Peter Pan.
I fuck with Peter Pan too. I fuck with Peter Pan.
You used to watch the Fox cartoon back in the day.
I
Peter
ain't
Pan and the Pirates.
I've been trying to keep up with like storylines.
Pan and the Pirates used to be low key dark too.
Yeah.
They told you how Hook lost his hand and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
I was Wikipedia all that, but when I started seeing like, all right, they got more story to this, then that's when I kind of
and then they had
a lot in that vault they can use, man.
Yeah. They had one with Hugh Jackman was Hook.
Yeah.
They have a lot of. There's a lot of.
Yeah.
There's one from like the early 2000s.
Who is his love interest?
Who?
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan, Wendy.
So what's the deal?
But Wendy's like his mom though. So
it got weird. It's something weird, right?
Yeah.
At some point, something gets weird.
You're my mom, but you're my girlfriend.
I got a crush on my mom.
Because I was looking at Wendy. I googled Wendy, but then the stories wasn't matching. I'm like, wait, because if he stay there and Wendy grow up, I think Wendy grows up at some point.
Yeah, Wendy when she goes back.
Yeah, and I thought it was him. And what's the deal with the fairy?
Oh, she likes him. Tinkerbell likes Peter.
Okay, but nothing ever happened with
Tinkerbell. I think she's a little too small for her.
But remember, she got big in the movie real quick.
Yeah, because she wanted to be with him because she figured out that he's not going to ever be with me because I'm small, and then she tried to be a human size to be with him.
And it's not another chick anyway, right?
No, ain't no girls on that island.
So it's just Peter and Wendy.
There's a bunch of boys. No, Tiger Lily, the Native American. I'm not gonna call her Indian. Native American.
You know what movie they should make next? Pocahontas.
They did, didn't
they? They made one?
Not a live action.
Make a live action.
You know what?
I can rock with that.
The only one I ain't seen was Mulan. I didn't watch the Mulan.
I forgot they did a live action.
Oh, that was the shit.
And that's the one they didn't do the voice for the animal in that.
No.
Yeah, that's what I heard. They didn't do the voice for
that. Pissed a lot of people off too.
That movie was awesome. So yeah, it might have been Mulan and Cruella was like the last two they did.
Okay.
Cruella's great. But Mulan's got the actual story.
Yeah.
The actual story is sad.
Yeah.
Like they make her become a concubine and she commits suicide. That's the real story of Mulan.
Yeah.
But Disney's going Disney that shit up. So
Well, I mean, we could talk about real Pocahontas. And,
John Smith.
but
who was the real savages in that story? Shit.
let's go ahead and move on.
Side note though, you ever like read the real Grimm's fairy tales?
Nah.
They're wild. Like what they put on like Nickelodeon on TV was crazy. Like the real story of Cinderella. The stepsisters can't get their foot into the shoe, so one of them like cuts their own heel off, and they're like cutting off toes trying to fit the Grimm's fairy tales is wild. Like don't even get started on Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, well, I know I've seen some dark iteration movies of Hansel and Gretel,
and they're probably more accurate to how the story actually is.
Yeah,
it's wild. I like fairy tale shit. So
did you? They came out with one not too long ago.
With Jeremy Renner.
No. There's another one, but it's called Gretel.
Oh, I saw that too. Saw it in theaters.
Yeah.
How was that?
I like
it.
It's
Dark.
It's dark for sure.
The way it's shot is like gritty looking.
Yeah, it kind of remind me of The Witch.
But off subject. You know what I was hooked on? That I think me and you was watching. Was that Once Upon a Time?
Oh, Once Upon a Time. Come on, ABC.
That was like I was.
That was their whole principle to take the whole story.
It's on demand. Yeah.
Matter of fact, you put me on it.
My guy was Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah.
My favorite character in the whole.
I was hooked on that for a minute.
All right.
Yeah, go support these
We're
Disney
at
movies. I know
124.
they mad because Little Mermaid black, but it's okay. You'll get over it.
Let's go ahead and finish this up.
Oh, my bad.
What?
But yeah, the dude from Aladdin was trying to talk greasy on the Little Mermaid about what the number's going to be because they're projecting it to do better than Aladdin did. But he was like, he doesn't think they're going to make those numbers, but it'll get a sequel. But I'm like, bro, you didn't even have to say that. Support is support.
It is what it is. They're gonna do numbers regardless if you
He's a
mad or she
smoker,
black. Not. I think people still gonna go see the movie.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and finish up with wrestling talk real quick before we get out of here. What's the latest WWE shit? I haven't been watching. I know we got some Night of Champions coming up. I expected Seth Rollins. I believe he's one of the. It is AJ.
Rollins.
Okay. Should be a decent match.
Seth
Rollins gonna win it.
They gonna
Seth Rollins
kill
gonna win it.
They owe it to him.
Yeah, and AJ Styles is on SmackDown, so I feel like it's already a done deal.
You got the Usos. I'm not Usos. You got Roman and Solo fighting KO.
For the championship, but for the tag team.
That's gonna be interesting.
That's that Night of Champions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because now
did he put hands on the Usos yet?
Cool.
I saw him mush what's the name in the face.
He mushed Jimmy.
Okay, but not a real real hit yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're gonna turn on Roman.
Yeah. I can't wait for that. I just hope I'm turning to the right day that it happens.
Yeah, because I ain't tuned in. I'm gonna try to.
I think everybody's been waiting for that moment to happen.
Cody Rhodes. He ain't getting the belt.
He's not.
I feel bad for him.
So Cody Rhodes is fighting Brock again, right?
He gonna be at Wembley Stadium. It's like
Cody Rhodes is fighting Brock again, right?
Might need him. Yeah.
Okay. Any other big matches for this card?
Why gotta fight Brock again? I don't want to fight Brock again.
I don't fucking know.
That all but confirms the whole make me earn it. He's gonna beat Roman at Philadelphia
next year.
I'm not even thinking about going. I was going to go, but they skip it now.
I never was gonna go.
Y'all wasn't trying to go?
I wouldn't try to go.
No, I was going to go to one of them nights.
I might try.
I'm gonna go.
I might go to one of them.
I'm gonna try to go.
Them seats too small. So I go watch.
I'll live.
Yeah, no, I'll go watch.
I'm gonna go try.
That's once in a lifetime.
Exactly. I was mad that I didn't make it to the one in Jersey years ago. I was trying to go to the one in Jersey.
Our boy Derek, he went.
And I was mad, so I said the next chance I get, I'm gonna try to.
Are you talking about Punk
and
versus?
The fucking Rock came back. I was mad as shit. I was like, God damn it.
Punk versus Taker. Main event.
Anything else WWE?
I guess
Orton might have to retire.
You can't believe that interview. 'Cause that's that same shit he said.
Is it because of injury?
Well, they said the reports came out today. They're saying the doctors. This ain't even him saying. They're saying the doctors.
No, I'm saying his dad did the same interview 6 months ago, saying the doctors keep telling him they don't want him to wrestle. Doctors told Edge the same shit. I still got to deal with Edge.
I mean, I think it's time now.
I mean, he's accomplished everything.
Because we're going to see him win the belt before
He came in. He came in when
20 years ago. 21 years ago.
It's been that long.
Mm-hmm.
He was young when he started, though.
Jordan was like 21 22 years old.
Damn.
But he basically was
44
saying,
now.
he was basically saying years of doing that move was fucked his back up. So.
Okay. All right.
I mean, he got a career. So
I did watch AEW Wednesday and Saturday actually. I fucked with, they changed it from Friday this week to Saturday.
Well, that show about to get canceled.
So yeah, what is it? They got a new deal with Warner Brothers.
So it's supposed
where he got about however many whatever
the deal
is.
I heard it's going to be like 500 million. So now what they're doing, which I think is smart, you get more eyes. All their pay-per-views now are going to be on HBO Max. So Jason keep HBO Max. All their pay-per-views are going there, and that's why they canceled Dark and the other shows.
Elevation
and then they're not mixing the shows up, so they just basically motherfuckers is going to have to deal with Punk. Call it a wrap. Punk's first feud is supposed to be with Samoa Joe too.
And with that, they got a good match. Joe
so we getting 2 shows a week for sure.
Yeah, 8 to 10.
Okay.
8 Wednesday and Saturday, which I think is smart. But which I thought they should have did 6:05 to 8 o'clock.
To
make it old school. Yeah.
Old school superstation.
And then I thought it was smart because I used to always tell Jules and I was like, ain't nobody gonna keep paying $50-$60 for a pay-per-view.
They not.
But then it was smart when Warner was like, all right, we want everything.
That Max gonna be all right. That Max, they put Discovery with it too.
Yeah, everything.
That's gonna be all right.
Did they send you an email tell you what to do yet?
Huh?
Did they send you an email telling you what to do yet?
No.
I don't read my email.
Because he was asking me, because he has the ID and Max. So it's it's on the 23rd next week.
Yeah.
The new apps, it's called Max.
It's called Max.
I got Max on.
They posted everything supposed to go on one, just like how ESPN.
Yeah, you supposed to stop paying somebody.
Yeah,
I got Max and
so it's gonna roll over.
Yeah, right? So they supposed to combine your stuff. Yeah, on one, just like Disney Plus is about to be
one thing. Hulu, yeah, they trying to go to one.
Because people done figured out
it's
like
too much. It's been too much.
I'm paying more than I did with cable.
Yeah, it's 20 fucking different things, and they all got their own special shit on there where you want to watch one show and you be like, damn, I got to get this shit just because it's a good show. One good show.
It was smart.
And
man,
I'm glad this is what's happening. Let it be 2 or 3 big powerhouses and just let us, get the 2 or 3.
So it's about to be HBO. Max, and then you got Paramount Plus, and you got
somebody gonna get Paramount. I feel like one of them gonna get
Paramount just closed with
Comcast.
They put Showtime all in. No, Paramount Showtime.
Okay.
They all went to one thing now. It's called Paramount Plus.
Okay, yeah.
And then you still got Netflix.
Netflix doing their own thing.
Amazon, then you got HBO, and that's it.
Okay.
Apple, right?
And Apple
and Amazon.
Apple, I be forgetting they be having shit for real.
Yo, it's a movie on Netflix. I wasn't gonna watch it, but then I see the fuck. Oh my god!
What is it? Yes. What is it?
I watch it.
Mother with Jennifer Lopez. Watch it, bro.
Yeah.
That shit like enough too.
Mother.
It look like enough too. When I seen it, I was like, yo, this is basically enough too. The girl bigger. The shit look good. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
That's why I heard it's good.
I'm waiting on Extraction too.
Yeah, that should be coming up soon.
Yeah, I think
that's in June 16th or something.
I'm gonna watch Air again on Amazon. I can't stop.
Real quick, let's get back.
What's the name? One championship.
AEW.
Oh, go ahead.
What championship? What championship?
That's XFL, but you.
Okay.
What's
I watched Wednesday. I wasn't mad about Wednesday. I liked Wednesday's episode. Did y'all watch it? Oh well, what's his name betraying Kenny Omega?
I knew that was coming. I knew it was
John Callis betraying.
Once he got in the ring, I said, "Yo, he gonna turn on him."
I didn't hate that match as much as I don't enjoy watching John Moxley wrestle sometimes.
Tell you Kenny Omega like anybody.
I did not hate that match.
When
he did that knee through the gate,
I was just about to say
that.
That was brutal.
And I thought what's the name got hurt for real.
I thought he got
caught.
Yeah.
He got caught on that. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
But fuck you, cause Punk.
But they did a decent match. Who else was on that card that night? Well,
That's the only match I saw.
I only saw half.
The trio team, they had a good match.
Dark Order.
No,
sorry. House of Black.
House of Black
yeah.
had a pitch black match.
Yeah.
A good pitch black match where everything was dark except for the ring.
Yeah, I like that match.
That was a good match.
What's her name? Be looking good too.
She do.
Julie
Hart.
Hart.
Yeah.
She had a match. She had a match.
Fuck her.
They had a
She my
good
girl,
match.
but
Oh, Anna.
Julie Hart down
I
with
don't
Brown.
like
So
I'm trying to remember who else was on that card that day. But I know
didn't Cesaro fight? Oh, oops. What's his name?
I know you talking
Claudio.
about
Didn't fight,
that was a good match.
he fought Phoenix.
Phoenix, yeah, that was a good match. Him and Phoenix started off the show. That was a good match. That Wednesday
only
night
saw
was
the
good.
second-
Wednesday night was good. We saw
That's what
two
they
people
came out
return.
with, man.
I can't remember his name, but he was he's
Miro and
I missed
Thunder
that.
Rosa.
Thunder Rosa.
yeah,
came
I
back.
heard they.
So-
It must have been on the first half because
Yeah,
Yeah, it was like the first hour.
So
I got home late.
Yeah,
it's just
I'm
a
like-
matter of time before we get
Thunder Rosa versus
El what the fuck is his name? I call him
He took
the Spanish Ric Flair.
you talking about El Delilio.
Yeah,
Andrade.
and that surprised the hell out of me. And you know, I never knew him.
Oh, that he was married to.
Yeah,
Man, you late. He was messing with her for like 4 years.
And I think after she broke up, I think that was her man after
yeah.
She
Del
like the
Rio.
Mexican dudes, though, man.
That's what surprised me about the whole
Yeah, that's
thing.
what dude after Del Rio.
And Charlotte like the Mexican guys, though, man.
But didn't Del Rio fuck with
Paige,
Paige,
yeah,
right?
fucked up
Was they
Paige.
married?
Nah, they were beating
they
each
were
other
about
up.
to.
They was engaged or some shit, right?
Yeah,
Nah,
Yeah.
they
And
were
then that
beat-
whole shit came out, and then that's when it all.
Nah, they were beating each other up from what I understand.
I'm trying to beat it.
All
Never
right.
mind.
Well,
Never mind.
How was your
Good job, Tim. You was about to cut him off. How you did a good job.
so yeah, that's y'all watch XFL.
I do sometimes.
I watched some games.
I watched like the beginning of the year.
I didn't really.
I
do
watched
that.
a highlight one day, but is it decent football?
Yeah, from what I see.
I watched.
Like even before when COVID, we was all on it.
COVID really messed it up.
COVID messed it up. They
popping
was good.
right. It was getting good.
It was
I'm
out
like,
when
yo,
COVID was out.
But
Yeah,
remember,
right
right before COVID came, they started the season. They
They
got like
restarted.
a month in.
and then it
Yeah.
stopped.
Was that when Vince McMahon had it?
Yeah, and
yeah.
their
Vince-
numbers, they was getting like
Vince
2,
got rid
3
of it.
million
This
people.
Rock to
Rock
No.
bought it.
I'm saying when it first came out before COVID, that was with Vince.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vince still he
Okay.
relaunched it.
Okay.
It was doing
And
all
he was
right.
doing numbers.
Okay.
Then COVID happened and they shut it all down.
And because they made it real football now. It wasn't
Yeah.
gimmicky. It wasn't weird. They had like
Okay.
cool rules.
I kind of
that-
I remember that
'cause I felt like
'90s one.
the NFL was watching.
He hate me, or what was his name?
Hate Me.
They
Yeah.
hate me. He hate me.
I'm cool.
You ain't remember that?
I remember it.
I remember they
I'm
had
trying
the
to
no
forget it.
fair catch, and them dudes was getting mollywopped.
But you know what's funny? What Jason's finna say? The NFL gets a lot of this stuff. Like
Yeah, they
people,
watch it.
people hate Vince all you want. Vince the one that came to Sky Can.
Yep.
The NFL took that from him.
They're
It
watching.
came through from that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had
And
the
they
Sky,
watching some of
Sky
their-
Can first.
A lot of
Y'all
shit.
saw that
rules.
drone. Y'all saw that drone in what was that? The Celtics game.
Oh yeah,
Y'all saw that. That was a little awkward, but they had a little nice little
like,
shot.
Yeah, the NFL brought like they'll do the rules with so the NFL and XFL have a little partnership.
Yeah,
bro. So they whatever rules they'll try it in there, see if it's gonna
if it
work,
worked there.
and then they'll bring it over.
Remember, NFL was supposed to come out with a G League variant. Whatever happened to that?
It
shit?
wasn't it that
Yeah.
EuroLeague shit?
They were supposed to
I
have
like
like a G
Euro
League.
I think they're using that
Barcelona
backdoor.
Dragons.
But now they're using XFL
NFL's
for
the
it.
backdoor for
Okay.
it.
Barcelona Dragons was
Okay.
one too.
Because they said, I guess players from the XFL, they had 12 of them that the league was looking at. They can talk to them, but they can't sign with anybody until the season's over with.
So who won? Who's the champions?
Arlington, what's they Arlington? What?
Arlington
Virginia?
Renegades.
Renegades.
They went into the championship
4-6.
with a record of
4-6.
Yes.
now.
What? I'm assuming they weren't a high seed with that record.
Yeah, they was like second in the division. Though.
Yeah.
The one team, what was it? They
Highs.
were smacking people and
they
they
lost.
choked.
That was
DC
the highs.
Defenders.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I like about the NFL, XFL, I feel like it's going to be a place for cats that didn't get drafted or signed
to get their shine.
to try to get some shine. It's also going to be a place for guys that were in the NFL.
They got kicked out.
And they're out of it for whatever reason.
A G League option.
Something for them to do, even if it's not getting them back to the NFL.
Yeah.
Cause what's his name? AJ McCarron was killing it this year.
And he only did
a
that
couple former NFL
kids.
players, right? They're in there, right?
Yeah.
He
used to be our backup when we had Andy Dalton.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right.
He's killing it.
Y'all remember what was that shit where they would jump in on the trampolines and playing basketball?
Spike TV, boy.
Spike
that was
TV
my shit.
Slam ball.
Slam ball. Oh,
come around.
Slam ball used to be my shit when it first came out. It was like before Spike.
You could go do
it was slam ball. It was slam ball. When it first came out, slam ball was like late 90s or maybe early 2000s.
You could do it.
And then I think they tried to come back again, but it didn't work.
People was getting hurt.
Oh, that was fire when it first came out. Them motherfuckers was flipping. The dude got like speared in midair. It was crazy.
They was fucking each other up on it.
That is something I pay to see. I go pay to see that.
Spike TV would that was a show from channel for men.
Yeah.
They promoted that for men only.
Yeah, I think that was the second iteration though. I remember when that shit came out. I think it was like Sci-Fi. What channel did that shit come on?
It was on Spike.
It was Spike.
Not originally.
Yeah.
When did Spike come out?
Spike is a new fresh channel.
Remember Spike was around. They were TNN. They were Nashville. Remember they used to have WWE.
Yeah.
Have Monday Night Raw.
It was the Nashville network.
Yeah, took Monday Night Raw from USA.
I could have sworn it
debuted
on another channel.
You know what I watch? Speaking of that, Slam Ball. Every now and then I watch Pluto TV, the old American Gladiators.
Yeah, that used to be my shit. And then they had the younger version on Nickelodeon. I used to watch that show. I forgot what they called that. Guts used to be my shit too.
What man? Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Legends of the Hidden Temple was fire.
You know what I used to say about Legends of the Hidden Temple?
What?
You already knew the team wasn't gonna be able to finish. You had to have 2 of those whole fucking pendants to finish it. If you had 1.5, you're not finishing it.
I ain't gonna hold you when they used to run down them. I was like, come on, man.
It was 2 shows to this day out, if maybe 3 that I wanted to do, and hopefully, and if they do it, if it's an adult now, I still do it. I still want to do a Double Dare thing.
Up there was the truth.
I still want to play Nick Arcade.
Nick Arcade was the truth.
I applied on. I think I wrote something in to try to get on Guts one time.
Did you?
I wanted to get on Guts so bad.
Did you have your nicknames set though?
Nah.
I used to just watch it and think of the nicknames. I was like, I'll be Jason, the Weekend Warrior. Or I was like Jason.
I wanted to do that.
That theme was hard.
I wanted to do that fucking mountain shit where they threw
the aggro crab.
I wanted to do that shit so bad.
I wanted that trophy so bad, man.
The aggro crab.
What was the other one?
Wild Crazy Kids.
What was the one where the kids were black, red, blue?
Wild Crazy Kids.
Man, that used to be
Omar Goodens.
Omar Goodens.
Omar been getting checks since.
Checks from that.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Yo, that was like my show though.
I've been saying I don't know, whoever's in charge, if you're watching this, please make a Nick Classic.
They had it.
Well, they haven't had like what I think Nick Classic could be. Nick Classic should be like straight up.
Well, Wonder Years?
I'm talking. No, Wonder Years was an ABC show.
Man, what was that show they had on Nick?
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking, right?
Pete and all that.
Pete was my show.
I want them to do one straight up, like whenever Nickelodeon started in the 80s, all the way to, I give it the 90s.
Before SpongeBob.
90s. Yeah,
that's
before.
What I feel. I
80s,
feel like once they got SpongeBob,
80s and 90s, call
changed.
it, and you call it Nick Classic. I mean, bring everything back. Bring back all the Nick Jr. stuff in the daytime.
I remember it.
Put all the
they had a couple bangers. They had a couple bangers. They had Secret World of Alex Mack.
That was my show. Right?
Alex Strange. Clarissa Explains It All.
Clarissa Explains It All.
Hey Dude.
Man of Barnes show.
Hey Dude.
I was on
Space something.
Space Rangers. Space Knights or something.
Space Cadets. Space something.
Space Rangers.
The Black Ranger was in it.
Yeah.
What was the one show called? It was Camp.
Salute Your Shorts.
Bobby Budnick.
R.I.P. Ugg. He passed away last year, the year before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
All right.
Shelby Woo was another one that I liked.
That was good. Yeah. Let's go ahead and wrap it up for today.
I miss my childhood.
It was a good. It was a good era. I don't. And we might be a little biased, but I felt like nothing SpongeBob had his run, had his wave, and it's still big, and other shows had their run, but it was something about our early 90s and that little era that couldn't be replicated.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it helped raise us to who we are today or what, but just watching some of the shows, and some of these shows funny. I watched
Henry Danger be having me hollering.
What's the fucking one on the Cartoon Network? And it's like, is it a cat?
Oh, you talking about Gumball?
Gumball
be having me hollering. Gumball is wild.
Had me crying.
I remember the first time I watched it. I was like,
had me crying one day.
I got hooked on late regular show.
Oh,
regular show's
that
good.
Was
regular show good. It had some funny moments too.
Fuck, man.
Gumball and regular show, my two favorites.
It had some fun. Regular show had me, but Gumball had me crying.
Gumball, the stuff that be on there.
and I don't want to take nothing away from them, but they don't hit for some reason the way Rugrats. Just some of the stuff
Doug's my favorite cartoon of all time.
Hey Arnold, some of the stuff that nostalgia in that period can't be replicated today.
Nope.
Recess was that.
Man, we had it good.
Recess,
we had it good.
Yeah. But all right, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Episode 34. The Watchers Podcast.
34.
WATCHERZ. Again, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram. That's where you can find us. I am Tavon, Tri-State _tip on IG.
Tiger Helly 19 on the snaps and the IGs. Government Jason Williams on the Facebook. Follow the Stripes.
The Damaging on Instagram and Julian Smith on Facebook.
I'm Corey J on Instagram.
Oh yeah. One other thing too. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful moms out there.
Happy Mother's Day, Mama.
And also Happy Mother's Day to the ugly moms out there. All moms.
All
moms matter.
Not the other day.
All moms matter.
Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, I'm gonna throw it up on Facebook, so y'all getting it every year.
Till next time, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.